Thank you, Pete. Buenas noches a todos. Good evening. My name is Delfin Molins. Honrar honra, dijo José Martí. And that's exactly what we're doing tonight. The exhibit honoring the Cuban engineer. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Cuban Heritage Collection for hosting this magnificent tribute to our forefathers. During the Cuban exodus, many prominent engineers left Cuba due to the communist regime that was established. This regime shattered the lives of many. They yearned for freedom, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They were forced to rebuild their lives and had to recreate their careers in exile. In a new environment and language. Luckily, we were welcomed with open arms by the generosity of the American people, recapturing our hopes, vision, and prosperity that aligned with the American dream. One individual who excelled was Israel Seinuk, born December 21st, 1931, and graduated the University of Havana in 1954. In Israel's early years, he worked on the Foxa building, a 120-meter high building. That's 400 feet, folks, making it the largest building in Cuba, located in El Vedado neighborhood of Havana. It was one of the 7 wonders of Cuban civil engineering. Its completion in 1956 was considered a national landmark due to the modern technology and changing Havana's landscape. Israel was a licensed professional engineer in over 20 states. Next time you're walking down the streets of New York City, look up, and you can appreciate his works. He worked on structures, including New York's Lipstick Building, Mercantile Exchange, Condé Nast Building, just to name a few. Seinuk was also worked on a number of skyscrapers for Donald Trump, such as Trump World Tower, Trump International Hotel and Tower, and Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue. He was a structural engineer who made tall buildings stand. His influence can be seen in downtown Miami's Adrian Arch Center and Trump Royal in Sunny Isles. He was named Time Magazine's 25 most influential Hispanics in America. His career spanned 5 decades. Israel died in 2010 at the age of 79. His works can be featured in case exhibit number 4 in the lobby. His influence in Miami infrastructure and skyline of today. Another one of the 7 wonders of Cuba's civil engineering is the Dam of Jericho. It was planned in 1925, responding to the needs of potable water to Santiago de Cuba. The dam, completed in 1938, was the largest and greatest hydrological project on the island. The silhouette of Charco Mono structure became the seal of the Colegio de Ingenieros Civiles de Cuba and continues to be the official seal of the organization, which we trademarked in 2009. In the second exhibit, there is an original lapel pin from the Colegio that belonged to my father, Delfin A. Molins P., one of our founding members. Today, our philanthropic endeavors are many, with the Jose Avila Scholarship Program. In 1969, the association established a scholarship to aid financially struggling Cuban civil engineers at the University of Miami. When FIU received its accreditation by ABET, or ABET, FIU students became candidates for the scholarship. Later years, it was extended to all universities in the state of Florida with a civil engineering curriculum. To date, we have given approximately $100,000 in scholarships. All donations have been made possible due to the generosity of our membership and local engineering industry. The scholarship was named after Jose Avila Espinosa, who was a professor of civil engineering at the University of Havana. He taught structures, concrete, and steel. Dr. Avila Espinosa was a genius, an engineer above engineers, a true humanitarian. In 2006, we sponsored Future City competition at the regional level. The following year, we decided to look towards the future and sponsor a special awards at the Future City competition at nationals. Future City is a competition at the national level, project-based learned experience where middle school students imagine, plan, design, and build a tabletop scaled model made of recycled material of a city of 150 years into the future. Students work as a team with an educator and an engineering mentor. They present their ideas before judges at the regional competition. Regional winners represent their regions at national finals in Washington. The competition fosters students that are in the science, technology, engineering, and math, also known as STEM programs. In 2007, Dr. Juan Belt, an economist who was the director of the infrastructure for the United States Agency for International Development, or USAID, visited Miami and gave a seminar on Cuba's failing infrastructure. This spurred interest amongst both of our organizations to conduct research on conditions and needs of Cuba's infrastructure, making recommendations for short and long-term improvements upon an eventual political transition. The two associations established Cuban Infrastructure Committee for that purpose. That year, Dr. Belt facilitated the inclusion of a paper of the committee members at the annual conference for the U.S.-based Association for the Study of Cuban Economy, ASCE, and don't get it confused with the American Association of Civil Engineers. These activities led to the establishment of the Cuban Infrastructure Challenge. This past February, the third Cuban Infrastructure Challenge was hosted at Casa Bacardí. The challenge is open to all universities in the United States. This year, 6 teams competed. Each of the teams presented different topics of interest. First place winner received $1,000. This year, the University of Miami won for their presentation on oxygen, balance, analysis, and potential remediation in the Almendares River. We wish them well in the ASCE competition later this summer. We have partnered with Miami-Dade Public Schools and their STEM program at Coral Park Senior High in 2011. In 2012, the first student chapter of our organization was established at FIU. Throughout the years, our members have integrated with professional societies locally and nationally. We have partnered with them to provide the training requirements for continuing education courses for professional license renewals. In closing, it is our hope that the seeds that we have planted through our accomplishment in the engineering community will bloom in the future, becoming Los Pinos Nuevos. Thank you.